Has anybody seen Adam? Because he's... Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. Blending into the set. You all right, hon?
Yeah, really well.
Okay, I'll tell you what, just come over and join me over here, if you would. Right, now, let's get this right. You obviously are our expert in seduction.
Something like that, yeah.
And lots of people at home are going to have questions. Let's go back over what you do and what it's all about for anyone who's just tuned in.
Basically, we teach people how to bring out their best selves. We teach them how to basically get more luck with members of the opposite sex.
Okay, okay. Now, I have to say, you did say originally it specialised with kind of
Yeah, we
guys.
specialise in guys. We did a pilot scheme for about 4 or 5 months before going live, actually probably more like a year, and where we were specialising in guys. We're opening up to women over the next sort of 2 or 3 months.
Okay.
So we've got a whole load of new courses built up, but at the moment it's specifically and predominantly guys, and helping them get better with girls. Because to be honest, as you mentioned earlier, they typically need more help.
Oh, bless you lot. Does anybody have a question?
Sure.
Okay, go.
How can you tell if a woman is interested in you?
Wow. There are lots of different signs. The main one is if she's... a lot of people say body language. They'll say that, that if the woman's open to you, perhaps, she's interested, obviously, as Rennie's doing here towards me, giving off the signs that she's interested. But you can't just trust body language. There are other things that you need to look for. Generally, somebody that's interested in you will ask questions about your background, about your personality. They want to know where you come from. They'll also want to know, what you do, but why you do it. These deeper kind of probing questions. The more of these questions they give you, the more into you they are. If somebody's sitting there while you're talking to them and they're just going, it's a pretty good sign they're not interested. It's even worse if they're like this. So you want to be looking for somebody being open and somebody who's actively asking you questions, participating in the conversation.
Does that clear things up for you? Have you ever been there and not been sure? Because you asked that question, why? Because you've experienced that?
I've absolutely experienced it, yeah.
Okay.
I've been talking to people and then, I've had them turn it back and whatever.
No, you lie.
It's true.
No way.
Yep.
You know what I hate is when, has anyone ever had this when you're talking to someone and their eyes kind of veer over behind you and you're like, what's the point of me being here?
Or when their eyes glaze over.
Yes, when they do and then they close. That's always a worry. Any ladies in the audience want to ask a question on seduction, even though it comes naturally apparently to us lot? Vicky, you've got one? No? No, because I'm just a natural seductress. What about you, Rona? Have you got a question you'd like to ask?
Not off the top of my head.
Not off the top of your head. What about you? Come on over here. You've got a lot to say for yourself when it comes to Adam. Let's come in.
Me, yes.
Yeah. What about seducting? How would you call it? What would you call it? Seducing.
Seducing.
Do you find seducing comes easy to you? Do you find guys fall at your feet?
Well, I love seducing people.
Yeah. What is that? I mean, let's have a little look at this lady here, because obviously you guys have you've been chatting a little bit. I know you're taken, Adam. I'm not going to get you in trouble here.
Oh no, I'm always single.
No.
I mean, does she give kind of the... I mean, this is actually a perfect time for us to kind of use you, if you don't mind, even though she's been on the entire show.
Of course.
Our kind of guinea pig, really. I mean, what sort of body language is she giving across now?
Well, Rennie's been shamelessly flirting with me throughout the whole out in the back room. She, it's terrible, and I'm having to hold her back because no, Rennie's lovely. We've obviously been sitting next to each other and been chatting as the show's been going on, and I'd be lying if I wasn't, playing around because you have to. And, it's all a bit of harmless fun.
Yeah.
And so. What's happening is we've got a love-hate relationship going on here.
Okay.
Where I'm pretending to hate Rennie and pick on her.
Okay.
I've been winding her up throughout the whole show.
Okay.
I've also been doing a lot of this, which is touch. And she's probably mildly annoyed by it, but I'm going to continue doing it so she gets used to me sort of touching her.
Yeah.
Or not.
And the more... Or not. Well, no.
And she's touching you back.
Exactly. And that's a very key point. No, first of all, she was really annoyed by it.
Yeah.
And so what I had to do was annoy her to the point that she was getting physically aggressive. I think everybody saw when she was actually hitting me. And that's getting her used to touching me. So we're getting like a playful vibe where we can, like you would with your little brother or little sister, you get used to playing around. And like the lady said earlier in the audience, it's about having fun. me and Rennie here were having a laugh. It's a good fun, it's a good vibe. But there is a sense of attraction that's building up. Now, that doesn't mean that that's going to turn into a relationship.
It's really weird kind of talking about it while she's here. Does anyone else find that quite weird?
No, it does. And obviously, the more I talk about it, actually, the worse it gets.
Yeah.
As in the harder to make something happen, if that's what you're looking to do. But the key thing is that that playful vibe that we've got could be taken elsewhere. If I changed it, and instead of getting playful, suddenly got really serious, and instead of playing around, I actually, started building what we call comfort between the two of us.
Yeah.
And I actually said, you know what, I'm always playing around, but actually, I don't think it's good to play around all the time. People sort of miss the guy that I really am.
Yeah.
And if you start doing something like that, she's suddenly really. And people do, they get into that, they want to know more.
And then the questions you were talking about to Alex and more kind of deeper questions, they start coming in.
And then she starts asking me these deeper questions, and so then I can escalate and build up the attraction. Although I've probably blown it now because I told her.